Hey, good evening.
Hey, Clay, how you doing, buddy?
Been a busy day. But I
Yeah.
guess that's at that time of year. We're kind of getting a fall going, so
Oh
fall
yeah.
projects.
Oh yeah. All right, we got the comments coming in. Braden, good evening. Hey, Kevin Gillis out there in PA. Good to see you here, buddy. Eric Newman. Hey, fellas, taking a break from freaking being a wannabe mechanic. And Pendleton for break. There you go, buddy. Love it.
There you go. There you
One
go. I,
shot cap. Woof.
I have Pendleton tonight. My Alabama shine's
Hey,
getting
Mo for
low.
this
So
boring guy.
and them guys just notified me they're not going to be making it this fall. So that I don't know. Might have to find a different supplier at least till January when we go down to Florida. So so
Marty
in
wants.
honor of the debates tonight, there we go.
There you
Trump
go.
2024. And by the way, everybody, he's going to be on with Tucker. It is pre-recorded, but it's going to be on at the pretty much the same time as the fake Fox News debate, which means absolutely nothing tonight unless you just want to hear some talking heads. But
I mean, what sucks for both of them is we're on, so their viewership's going to
right,
suck.
it's going to go down. You know what? It'll go down about as much as percentage as Dump Doug Burgum is actually getting in any of the polling. So,
Yeah, Marty's wondering if he's going to even be there tonight. I don't know. Did he even really hurt his leg, or is that just like a thing to get people to see if he shows
I don't
up?
know. I saw that headline this morning. I thought, yep, it's a typical cheerleader, tries to play the real sport. Boom, gets hurt. He's knocked out. Just kind of like being a wannabe cowboy. So, anyway, let's get started. I can never refuse a chance to take out Doug. Here we go. We'll start it out tonight. Second Amendment, a well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And we start every show like that. And to me, I think everybody ought to start their shows like that or with something constitutional or from the Bible. You know, there's Oliver Andrew. I've been watching him. You know, he had the Richmond north of Richmond, and it went viral. It's amazing.
I don't know if that
And
guy's got any common sense, Clay, because he got offered $8 million and he wouldn't take it. So I think, and he said he had mental health issues when he wrote these songs. I think he still has them if he refused $8 million.
you know, it depends on what they were going to make him do. I've turned down a lot of things just
He
because I
can do
didn't like
about
the
anything to me
contract.
for $8 million.
It wasn't $8 million, but I have turned down significant money because I did not like the terms of the contract, and I'm not for sale. So maybe that's it. I don't know.
I am. I'm for sale. If anybody wants to buy me for $8 million, get a hold of me. See what we get. See what you want me to do. I'm not going to cut any arms off for
What if it's Schumer?
Yeah, you got me thinking there. So
There you go. Depends on what it is. So
yeah. Well, that's got to come. I think it's an attention thing. Poor guy might not make it because of an Achilles heel tear. Who cares? Yeah, that's what I think. I think he maybe did hurt his ankle, but I think they're blowing it out, so they're trying to get attention to the debate to see. Oh, is Burgum going to show up? Is Burgum going to show up?
you know, he hurts his Achilles heel, but the boys in the NFR, they hit every December in Vegas with busted ribs, broken bones, broken wrists, arms, knee, you
That's
name
true.
it. And they
That is
still
true.
ride. I think he's just a pussy, and I've always thought that. Anyway, I do not like Doug Burgum, if you haven't figured that out, everybody.
Yeah. Kevin says he's pretty sure he's showing up, Marty. So
He'll probably get up there in a wheelchair and
Mm.
need help and whatever. But
All right, Clay.
anyway,
Let's
we should get started here.
let's hit our poll here. I put up a poll. So
Yep,
you got it on there, or don't you?
I do.
There it is. Okay, here we go. So the poll question was: do you check the point of impact with your broadheads? Yes, dominated this. 59. Well, 59. Oh, it went up since I checked it. Even okay, 59%. And no's were 0. Field point only was 0. Not a bow hunter, 40%, which is a strong second showing there.
Well, you had a 1% on no.
Oh,
I just grabbed that
in there
so
too. I
someone
tell
snuck
you
in
what,
there.
Clay, on my crossbow, I checked the cheating crossbow. Checked the 0 on it, and with I have Rage broadheads. They're mechanicals, and the Rage ones I have come with it looks exactly like the Rage.
Okay.
The one you shoot with that opens up, but it's fake. It's like a dummy.
Oh,
And I shot that into the target, and because I'd shot my mechanical into it once and I tried to get it out. Freaking, that was the stupidest thing I ever did. But yeah, and the field point hit pretty much exactly where that did. So I just check my field points every year, and I mean, when the last time I killed a deer was with my bow, I don't know, 2018 or 19, and hit him. Killed him. Yeah, it was good. It went good. Just checked it on the target again. It was perfect. It was right on. So yeah, that's what I do. I use a field point, but what made me think of this question, Clayton, is Monday I stopped to get run to the drive-through at Caribou, and I was leaving. Clay's actually talked to me a few times going through there when I get my lattes. This is just regular coffee this day. There was a Jeep parked there, had some stickers on it. When I see stickers, I'm always kind of curious to see what they say. And the sticker had a big sticker on there. It said, "Bow hunting sucks," which I drove by. And even the Whalen Turnus, I was laughing my ass off because I know how freaking bow hunters take such pride in being bow hunters, and I was just picturing them seeing that and getting pissed off. So I swung back around, and I took a video of this thing, and I was still laughing, and I put it on. I just for the hell of it, put it on YouTube, Facebook. Damn thing, Clay, over 10,000 views on YouTube. There, picked up a bunch of subscriptions from it, and. But of course, in the comments, Clay, didn't disappoint me from what the main problem I have with bow hunting, and that is a lot of the people who bow hunt. Bow hunting, I have zero problems with bow hunting.
Right.
But you go into the comments, right? They probably couldn't bow hunt, therefore it sucks to them. Bow hunting,
So wait, he's saying because we couldn't bow hunt?
Yeah, you couldn't do it, so that's why you think it sucks.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. But we'll address that in a little bit.
Yeah, and we got another guy, and I don't know if these guys are followers of the or not, whatever, because I keep it public. Bow hunting levels the playing field. How is that exactly?
Huh?
Yeah, it levels the playing field, Clayton.
And I'm going to be the first one to say I'm not against bow hunting either.
Yes, you are. You and JD both. I hear you guys.
Yeah, we're horrible people, ain't we? I mean, I got nothing wrong with it. I just don't personally bow hunt. Now, it's kind of like old Quigley Down Under. I didn't say I couldn't use one. I just don't use one. Don't have a need for one. I have a rifle. I don't need a bow. I got nothing wrong with it, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go through a few more of these comments. These are from our YouTube. And I thought maybe he was an anti-hunter, but he did have like this little coyote doll, like you hang the coyote by one leg off.
Okay.
And you're going to he had that hanging like from his mirror, but he did have that backcountry, whatever, anglers and hunters thing. So, I mean, whatever. And another guy here, he's right. Bow hunting does suck if you're a sissy. Clayton is 10 times harder than gun hunting.
Really?
So,
10 times harder.
Okay, I'm curious. 10 times harder. I've sat in ground blinds, and I could have killed a deer every time. Not harder than gun hunting. I've sat in tree stands and deer walked right underneath me and they didn't even see me. Not 10 times harder than gun hunting. See, but that's my problem with a lot of the bow hunting community. They think they're superior and look down their nose at anybody who doesn't think bow hunting sits at the left hand of Jesus. It doesn't. It's just another form of hunting. You guys aren't better hunters. It's not harder. You shouldn't have your special season. You shouldn't get a tag every year. And I'm going to be talking to as many legislators as I can for the next session because that's where it gets changed. I want you guys to go in a drawing for units just like we do. And when there's a low amount of deer, your tag should be reduced. If you don't like that, come at me in the comments, whatever, because you guys are wrong.
What I'd like to see in bow hunting, especially in North Dakota, when it comes to tags, I agree that when there's a reduction in the rifle tags, then there needs to be the same percentage reduction in the archery tags. It's
but Clay, your harvest percentage is way higher. Why?
Hey, is it for real?
Yeah, it is. It is for real.
I mean, let's take it per capita. So there's way, way, way more rifle hunters than there is archery.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at that as a per capita thing in percentages. Now let's look at that number. And I would imagine when you look at the low number of archery hunters and their success rate, it's probably per capita the same or more. You know, it's not comparing apples and oranges when you say, well, there's bigger harvest numbers in rifle hunting than there's archery. Of course there is. There's like 10 to 15, I'm actually check out the numbers. I want to know how many more rifle hunters there are than archery hunters. Now, when we look at the tags, they're pretty much you need. If you want a tag, you can get it, and I think there's the key. They want to be able to have, like you said, get a tag every year without any
And
competition.
wherever they want, It doesn't matter if
statewide.
It doesn't matter if there's a bunch of deer in this unit. If they want to come hunting by Halliday, North Dakota, that's where they're going to go because we can go wherever we want. We're bow hunters.
Eric Newman puts out a good comment, and I'm going to go to Eric because Eric hunts archery. Okay, guys, if you don't know Eric, Eric is an archery hunter, and he's a good archery hunter and takes some nice deer. And here's his comment to everybody in the podcast. Honestly, everyone thinks that they are superior. It's human nature. It is. It's very much human nature. But some archery people are arrogant about it for sure. And I run into that. I really have right here when people, in fact, I just told you about how I got a call here, I guess last week. That didn't go well because basically I told them they couldn't hunt because it's archery. Didn't matter to me. Well, we're supposed to archery. It don't matter. I'm not going to let you on my place to hunt a limited amount of deer when me and my sons all have our own tags this year. Not going to happen. Now, after the season, I might let you on, depending on what bucks are harvested. Being, again, we had EHD go through here 2 years ago and wipe out a bunch. I'm probably not going to let you hunt a buck, but a doe, possibly. We'll see. I don't know. I won't know that until after season.
That's why the harvest numbers are down because the big purists, the hunting purists, don't want to kill does. They want to kill a buck, and they want to crack it one every year, and they want to crack at it 2 months before you do with the rifle, and they want it for 4 months long.
Well, you and I both know an archery hunter, and I'm not going to name his name on here. Maybe we'll have him on sometime to talk about it, but he's admitted to me, and I'm sure to you, that he likes to do archery season because he's guaranteed a tag every year, and he gets to get out there beforehand.
I'll tell you this right now, Clay. If I could get a rifle tag every year, I'll get a video and I'll burn my bow and I'll never shoot it again because that's how much I care. And guess what? The guy we're talking about said the same thing. I'd take an archery tag all the time if I could never rifle hunt anymore, which I get. That's fine, but he doesn't look down on rifle hunters. I guess it was more about him getting his tag, which is fine. It's a friend of ours.
Eric, can I archery hunt striped gophers at your place? Absolutely. Yeah. You can even use a crossbow.
Yeah. So anyways, I mean, I'm never going to be done ragging on them because whenever I see comments or it ticks me off immediately when I see
and
that.
It's a skill, guys. Archery, just like rifle. If you're watching someone or you go out with someone that's hunting with a rifle, I can tell you right now, if they make it look easy, it's because they've perfected their skill. I can tell you right now, and this is where we
Wait, how much skill is there sitting in a tree stand and a ground blind?
How much skill?
Yeah.
Nothing as far as sitting.
They make it sound like they've been practicing this shit 365 days a year, and you suck.
Well, and that's the problem. That's what that comes off across as. But like I said, if I go out there and I'm shooting a deer at 100 yards, anybody can probably do that with shoot. You're not going to just pick up the gun first time and do that either. I've watched my own sons not do that. I mean, it's just all in how much you use the tool.
I'm laughing at a comment from.
That must be Marty's. Here we go. All hunting should be banned except coon hunting. There you go.
Don't worry, Marty. You tuned in because we're going to get into that real shortly.
And beavers, right? Marty, beavers.
And porky. Hey, I'm a big porcupine, man. I'll give it all up for just porcupines. We got One Rank Ram. He's got a comment here for us. For the cost of archery equipment, I will buy a boomstick every time for the same money. On.
And you really, when you think about that, and we did this already, we talked about that when we had John Armin on about, is it really that way with all the things you can add to a bow? You can buy them trigger things that basically make it like a trigger. You're not having to release any.
You get the balance it all real easy, and you hardly got any hold.
Right.
When you got the bow pulled back, and it makes it silent when you let it go.
And I think it goes down to what we all talked about when we had John on. The problem is we are all hunters. And this is one of the biggest issues, the infighting within our own community, which honestly makes it easier for the antis to weasel in there, divide and conquer. And that's what they do.
I never knew that he was that big of a rift, Clay, until I actually got my crossbow license in 2011, and then talking about it on Scott's show, and then boy, some of them guys, they really get butthurt about those crossbows. Been around for how many thousand years, but.
So I'm going to put it to you this way. I don't bow hunt. That doesn't mean I don't know how to shoot a bow. Am I great with it? No, because I'm not interested in it. It's just not my thing. Okay. But I can actually hit my target. The boys shoot better than I do. The boys like to shoot bows. Leighton loves to shoot pistols. So again, he's more of a gun guy than a bow guy, but Landon enjoys shooting a bow. So we go out here and we set up the targets and we shoot bow. Like I keep telling everybody, I didn't say I couldn't shoot one. I just don't use one. I don't see the point when I have a rifle. It's just I like to shoot guns.
I mean, it's just in your blood that you're not a real hunter. Then
I'm not a real hunter. Yeah.
You're not ethical.
Oh, so by the way, if it's so
easy
easy as a rifle hunter, I should have. You know how many big bucks I should have hanging on my wall, and I got one. Yeah, so I should have. According to them, I should have one for I've been on since 16.
If it's that easy,
so 30, I should have $30.
And a lot of bow hunters rifle hunt, and then I'm asking you right now. So then every year you get a rifle tag, you shoot a Boone and Crockett buck, right? Because it's so damn easy. It's so easy. You can just go out and pretty much aim in general direction, and the big buck falls because you shot your 30-06 over that way.
Eric Newman, did you know an arrow out of a 410 shoots very, very accurate at 100 yards? So
I've heard.
There's a new challenge.
Yeah.
Hey, I have one.
I'm looking at 4 times, so I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to talk to the people who represent me in my district, and I'm going to see if they got the spine to take this on, because I'm sure the Bow Hunters Association, they're going to be, and Game and Fish, they won't be on board. No, you guys just leave that up to the legislature.
And they'll come up, and Game and Fish Mismanagement will do like they always do. They will give neutral testimony, which is a crock. It's never neutral.
Neutral testimony in favor of the bow hunting.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. What's Kevin say here? I shot my ramrod out of my muzzle loader, but it wasn't on purpose.
Okay.
I got a little bit more. So we've got archery seasons, which we've discussed in depth. And of course, then you've got the muzzle loader season, you've got the youth seasons, and that's where you and me and John all agreed on something there. I don't believe that youth should be able to take bucks in that mentor season. I'm with him there. Let them get out there and learn the basics, learn what that's about, and take a nice doe. Teach them how to shoot and hunt, not necessarily chase the big one. Then when you get into the regular season, go after them big ones. That's the way I kind of look at that too. But all these extra special seasons, that's why, and I know not everybody agrees with me. I know John didn't. I bet Scott doesn't either over there at Dakota Prairie Outdoors. We'll have to, like I said, we're going to have him on. I'd like to have his.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's in the works for sure. He said he's in, so we'll have him on.
I'll tell you right now, I am for a one tag system right now. Essentially, that's what I have. I get it gratis because I'm a landowner. So I get one tag. I can't apply in the regular season. I can't apply in the archery season. I get one tag. And now if there's leftover tags, I can apply for them. But I think it's the third drawing or something like that. So I'm in the one tag system, but I can use that one tag in any season I like. And I'm the landowner. If nothing else, I should be able to get it gratis in every season, right? That's what they want.
Right. Muzzle loader, everything. So
I mean,
what I would say, Clay, I would rather not go to one tag, but then we're going to have to go to a drawing and units, just like gun for archery season. You guys,
and I got no issue with that either.
Yeah. Instead of just coming in and smorgasbording on the whole state for 4 months, wherever you want, whatever damn buck you want.
Well, let's look at this. I know
buck tags are down in my unit, Clayton, substantially. I guarantee you the bow hunting community, there's going to be just as many people bow hunting there as there was last year.
Well, what we look up? How many tags were reduced in the archery season? 0.
Big zero. But yeah. Well, all right, the legislature controls it. Our hands are washed out here.
Now, I've never, I guess, looked at it. Maybe you can answer this. Can they shoot a whitetail or a mule deer, or are they?
Oh yeah, whatever you want. You can kill whatever you want, Clay.
So you can take a doe, a buck, a whitetail buck. You can take either species.
The only time I seen it restricted, Clay, I think, is that they couldn't kill muley does up in my unit and a couple other ones around there for a year or two. But other than that, I've never.
So let's really look at this then, analyzing it. They actually have a better tag than landowners do on their own land.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to put one there. Yes, I can shoot anything: buck, doe, whitetail, mule deer. But I have to actually put down the piece of land. It's got to be 150 acres or more that I'm going to hunt. If I want to hunt all 3,200 acres here, I have to list them all. But I'm restricted just to our land, which I'm fine with. But they even have a better tag. They get one tag. They can shoot whatever they want. They can go statewide, any unit. Wow.
Hey,
so they've really got it better than us.
You get 3 weeks. They get 4 months and a 2-month head start.
Yeah. I mean, so really, let's look at it. The bow hunters, if you want to look at the reality and the facts of the tag, you have a better tag with more options than the private landowners that you really look down upon, especially when they tell you no.
Oh, but Clay, it's way harder. It's way harder to bow hunt.
I don't care if they think.
I don't think it is.
I don't either. And like I told the gentleman that called here, and then when he got mad, well, now he's never going to hunt here.
Okay, Clayton. Yeah. Brian Warner, if I made it, happy debate night, fellow MBE. Sorry I'm late, no problem, buddy. I'm just glad you made it. You are a fellow MBE as well, just as everybody else is on here. So.
Hey, there you go, Brian. I'm showing my colors tonight.
Okay, Clayton. You want to run the?
Go for it.
All right, because usually when I take these chats down is when it cancels it on yours. So I'm going to try it once and let's see what happens, and then I'll play the commercial. Right. What did your chats do?
They're here.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we got it working. Here is the first commercial of the night. And Clay,
we'll get it.
Clay didn't get the audio fixed, so we're sorry.
So it's still tin can.
We're going to talk about. Told Marty we're going to get into some anti-hunting things, and that's exactly what we're going to get into when we come back here.
At Lauer Auto Repair. They're located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota, or give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can tackle any problem your vehicle is having, and when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with the Pro Second Amendment America First Repair Shop. There's plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but why take the chance of patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake, Lauer Auto is your Pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them you heard they're a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our Pro Second Amendment, Pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308, located at 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yes, and again, thanks to Lauer Auto. They are one of our main sponsors and headline everything we do, and we can't thank them enough. Plus, they do great work. They're patriots. I mean, I can't think of a better place to go for any kind of mechanic work. That's Lauer Auto down there in 309 South Washington Street, 701-258-6308. Give them a call, and Doug will get you guys fixed up. And hopefully the technician here will get that tin can sound taken care of.
Yeah, the message is the same, but yeah, we finally got around to changing it, but now we got to get the sound, the tech. Yeah,
it kind of sounds retro, like it's old or something.
Just on the record, Clay. We play it on some vinyl there.
I could add some scratches to it.
All right, Clay. So you want to hit this off, starting out here?
Yeah, you brought this article to me, and we've actually had this for a while. We didn't get to it, a couple times. And guys, if you don't understand what we do here, we have literally files of articles we don't get to. I know I've thought even about doing what they call a Substack. I've heard of that before on our website, and we might do that. But I don't know. We get back to them sometimes, so I just kind of don't do that. What do we got from Eric here? So Eric says it is harder shooting deer with a bow from a vehicle than shooting a deer with a rifle from a vehicle. So rifle hunters do have it.
All right, Eric, I stand corrected. You are an oak.
No.
We do have it easier than you.
I stand corrected.
All right. So yeah, all right. Rifle hunting is probably a little easier. I'll give them that, but it ain't like they say.
And those ain't vehicles, Eric. Get it right. Those are mobile hunting.
Yeah, but bows are silent, Eric.
Blinds.
So.
Silent and deadly. All right. So let's get started with this. So this article came to us out of the Wyoming. I forget the name of that paper.
Cowboy State Daily.
Cowboy State Daily.
Great thing to read there online.
They do. There's a lot of great things come out of that. I know Marty follows that one as well. So Basically, the anti-hunters they're appointed to the Colorado Wildlife Commission, and it could be a warning for Wyoming. And in all honesty, it could be a warning for all of us.
For everybody.
We have I know South Dakota has a commission. It's done by the governor. He makes appointments, and I'm not sure on North Dakota's if it's an appointed position. I've never looked at that. To tell you
know what? I
honest.
think Jeb was appointed by Doug Burgum, actually.
Okay. But he's just the head of Game and Fish. It's not an actual commission. I don't think.
Right,
But I don't know.
We
have
right.
to check
Burgum
into that.
appoints him in the I think the legislature. I don't know if the
Legislature
Senate
sets
approved.
everything as far
I don't know
as
if they
season
approve it,
dates, limits,
because
things like that.
yeah, whoever appoints him, this board appoints him, but then their state. I think the Senate appoint. I mean, they vote and make it official.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm just going to kind of read a little bit. A former Wyoming Game and Fish commissioner says that Wyoming doesn't need to worry about anti-hunting infiltration into its wildlife commission, but is concerned with up-and-coming wildlife biologists. I know what he's talking about that way. In fact, Eric's brother can attest that his Ryan is his name, graduated with him. I can tell you right now, Ryan's one of the good ones, but he has seen this himself in Bureau Rec. He worked for Army Corps of Engineers. He's done a lot of things. He's moved around in his position, but he's a really good wildlife biologist. But he's not woke. But he's starting to see that. And the antis, before we get into the article a little bit more, I know that the antis have this mission to go into that field so that they can get hired by these wildlife agencies, and that's where they do their damage. So kind of understand what he's saying here about the wildlife biologists coming. And he says it's because their biases are taught in the university system. Again, I've said this before, and man, does it get people fired up. I want the university system to be funded of tax dollar money. No more. Survive on your own. NDSU is a land grant college. If you don't know what that is, go check it out. They're nowhere near what they were developed to be, just like SDSU. It's time to pull our money, federal, state, no tax money. Let them survive on their own. Let their little woke agendas just shrivel up and go away. That is the problem, and that's not just in wildlife. That's in everything. There's a Colorado hunter. He said he plans to keep making as much noise as he can about what he thinks are anti-hunting appointments in the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Commission. They're literally trying to normalize the idea that hunting is no longer needed, Grant Jerry told Cowboy State Daily. Jerry lives in Pikes Peak. If you don't know that, it's down there by Colorado Springs, and said that he's upset about recent appointments of people he claimed are anti-hunters and animal rights activists to the Colorado Wildlife Commission, which is equivalent to the Wyoming Game and Fish Commission as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things there. The governors, they appoint them, like we were talking about.
Polis appointed Gary Skiba and Jesse, I believe it's Bulow.
Yeah, Bulow. I don't even know. Bolo, maybe. They sit on the commission along with another of Polis's recent appointees, John or Jack Murphy, as he's known by. And I can see this. Colorado has a leftist governor. If you have an agenda and an ideology, why wouldn't you appoint someone that thinks the same as you?
And he had the audacity to sign a Shooting Sports Month proclamation.
Yeah. Did he actually sign that?
Yeah, he did.
Because Minnesota, I don't think did.
No, I wasn't sure. I checked. No, but he did sign it. Yeah, the Minnesota there, Walls, he signed, gun control proclamation last month. But
yeah,
go ahead, Clay.
Well, I was saying, and we're going to talk a little bit about we're going to slip it in the shooting sports deal, but we'll do that after this, I think.
So Skiba, one of these appointments by Polis, is a wildlife biologist who helped draft Colorado's wolf reintroduction program. He's also a member of Defenders of Wildlife, which Jerry and the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation say is an anti-hunting organization. They're probably right. Bolo, B-E-A-U, that's like Bo, and then it's L-I-E-U, so Bolo, I think, is his name. Runs the this one's even worse, I think, right here. Bolo runs the University of Denver's animal law program, which Jerry and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation say is focused on, quote, animal rights and also anti-hunting. She is also connected, here we go, Clayton, to the Center for Biological Diversity. So what they're claiming, this Jerry's claiming, I'm pretty sure he's right on the money here.
Well, I can tell you, Defenders of Wildlife, they're anti anything hunting, anti-animal use, they're anti-gun. They're actually kind of a domestic terrorist. These guys have actually burned down fur factories in the United States.
Well, didn't
and
they
taking
burn
claim
down
for it.
the ski lifts at Aspen one year too?
They could have, yeah, they absolutely could have.
Yeah,
I know
so
they're not good.
yeah, they what their plan is, Jerry says, is there's 11 members on this commission, and of course they want to do like all the liberals want to do the courts, stack the courts with their anti-cons. These they want to stack them with anti-hunting people here. So Brian Warner, WTF is biological diversity? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, it's just like climate change is a fake term. Or any whenever you see a liberal use the word diversity with whatever they want to put
It
in
made
front
me
of it,
hate that word now.
yeah, it has nothing to do with being diverse. It has to definitely do with forcing the ideology of either we're killing the world, we shouldn't eat animals, we shouldn't use animals, we should get rid of
No.
factories, we should get rid of coal. I mean, just think of it that way. That's exactly what that means. Just add your term and then put diversity behind it.
Tell them you want to get rid of cell phones and computers, and they'll flip out. They won't like that idea.
Keith
So,
O'Donnell, watch the elk population disappear in Colorado.
Yep.
Wow, it's been happening due to a lot of this kind of crap,
Mhm.
including wolves, mountain lions, and things like that.
So this Jerry recently attended a Colorado Wildlife Commission meeting, and he made some comments there. And here's a few of the things he said about these people. Recently, our own governor, Jared Polis, has sought out commissioners with little to no hunting background, individuals with a long history of anti-hunting organizations such as Center for Biological Diversity, with a well-known track record of challenging ethical hunting practices in Western states through lawsuits and litigation. And more recently, the Denver University Animal Law Center, with the stated goal of fighting routine killing of non-humans, which I would assume includes the legal practice of hunting. You know what they do with that, Clayton? That's how they ban shooting prairie dogs.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they do.
In parts of Colorado, you can't. They made it illegal. I think in California, you can't shoot them anywhere, right?
Go figure. I could be. I imagine. I don't know that but I imagine. I mean,
So he goes on.
You can't hunt mountain lions out there.
No, why would you?
Then they grab people hiking on the trails and kill them.
Yeah, and the bears. So he goes on, and when, a lot of them this year. And when it was time to fill a seat in the commission designated to represent the equities and interests of sports persons, hunters, and anglers, the governor completely ignored the recommendations of well-respected collection of the largest wildlife conservation hunting organizations in Colorado. Of course he did, Mr. Jerry, because he's trying to stack it with his leftist buddies. It should come, like Clayton said, when leftists lose, they change the rules.
Change the rules. Absolutely. They do it all the time.
So they got this other guy from Wyoming here. He's a former wildlife commissioner, Mike Schmid of LaBarge County, told Cowboy State Daily that he isn't too concerned over overt anti-hunters being appointed to the commission anytime soon. However, he does worry about the direction of wildlife management might take in the future, which I think Clay hit on in the beginning. He said, I don't believe we have anti-hunting mission in Wyoming yet, but he's concerned about any of the upcoming wildlife biologists. And he said, all of these universities, they're the same stamp, environmentalist type biologists, and it doesn't matter which university you go to, they're teaching the same crap there. So, and I agree. North Dakota, Clay, a lot of people think we live in a little shell up here, and to some extent we do, but it's here. Don't kid yourself. And that's why people got to pay attention, rise up, and punch this stuff in the face figuratively, because if you don't, it's going to overrun you, just like it's doing in Colorado, they're doing in Arizona, already California years ago. Washington State used to be a conservative state. They got rolled. I mean, it's just these leftists are just like locusts, man. They just consume everything with what they're doing and ruin it.
We'll get to some of these comments, but I got to put this in here. So I went and looked up the Center for Biological Diversity, and I said, let's check out some of their news items. Well, they got one about tell the Bureau of Land Management to ban all cyanide bombs, and that's basically for coyotes and anything else that's a predator. They got to tell the EPA to regulate factory farms, and their idea of a factory farm and mine and yours is different, but their picture is this great big sewer pipe dumping into the water, which, guys, that has nothing to do.
All farmers do that.
Oh yeah, we're all out there. Well, my favorite one is save endangered species from SpaceX. When I clicked on that, because they're sending these rockets up, but yet guess what? Not a word on all this about the windmill farms that go out there and kill literally thousands of birds. In fact, they get permits to allow it because they know they kill so many of these birds, sometimes endangered birds. But the one that really got me, and has nothing to do with wildlife, promote reproductive freedom worldwide. And you click on it, and what's it talk about? What do you think it talks about? Abortion.
Yeah, I was just going to
how
say
abortion services. I mean, really? So they're selling themselves as this great champion of wildlife, but yet buried in here under the Center for Biological Diversity is the end all, the rail, the altar of the left, and that's abortion and killing little babies. They want to do that. That's okay. Kill babies. That's fine. But no, we're not going to kill a little butterfly, or we're not going to go after just ugh.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Can't kill them prairie dogs, Clayton.
Can't kill them. No. We're not. We're just making them closer to us.
I think Eric's starting out with his brother. He must be talking about his brother there. You said was in Game and Fish.
Yeah.
He's pissed all the time by the man bun wearing skinny pants, toting biologist.
Yeah, I've talked to Ryan several times, and he talked about how when he was hiring people, it was actually getting tough to find decent people because he didn't want to hire people coming out of colleges that were on the other side. And he talked about how hard that was to actually do that because they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. But Ryan's one guy. How many of them guys are in those positions? They don't care, or they agree, and they're hiring more of them. It's not good. Here he's got one up here, and he says, there's getting to be a lot of tree hugger bunny humpers getting into the positions that they have zero rights to be in because they don't know wildlife unless it's hugging trees and saving woods. And that's right. They put people in there on purpose that don't have any experience.
Yeah.
They don't know a damn thing about it. But I mean, we've seen that all across administrations from the feds on down. And that's done on purpose. They don't want somebody who actually knows something. They just want somebody that repeats the ideology being passed down to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like it said before, Biden fired the ATF guy who was trying to work things out with the gun industry. He shit canned him right away. So
Eric points out that they had a season. I remember this. They had a season, guys, for prairie dogs for 3 years in South Dakota because of the stupid tree huggers. They didn't want them shot during their burden. There was more to that too, Eric.
Wow.
When they did that, I went to those meetings, those commissioner meetings in Pierre and all around the state because I was still working for NRA at that time. So I went to them, and their whole premise of having these seasons was so that they could head off. Their idea was if they had a season, then they could head off the listing of the prairie dog as an endangered species under the Endangered Species
kind
Act.
of like the old Senate Majority Leader. We can get these red flag laws and then shut up the anti-gunners.
Yeah, basically compromising with someone that has zero ability, or even they don't want to compromise with us. No. They just want to see how far they can go and nibble away.
It's a good start. Good start.
Hey, Dan, late to the party. Well, we're glad to have you. Hey, I got to see Dan last weekend in Carson.
It's Dan's birthday.
Dan, happy birthday. 21 years young. Good to see.
Look like he's 15.
Him and Peggy, Dan. Both his wife, they showed up in Carson just to check it out. It was great to see him over there. And it's great to see some of the volunteers that I really enjoyed working with all them years. So, hey, happy birthday, Dan. That's great.
Yeah.
What's Brian say? Brian, you are so right.
David, spay and neuter your liberals.
Oh, there you go. Brian's got on there. He goes, reproductive freedom, another BS term. You are absolutely right. And terminology is everything. It really is.
Reproductive freedom. I know that's
there's no such thing. I like that one. They'll spay and neuter your liberal. Absolutely. Let's get her done.
Oh, man.
Well, what Eric say? YouTube only allows so many words typed per comment. Really? I did not know that.
I think it is. I mean, it's, It took me a long time to reach it.
Prairie dogs have reproductive freedom. That's you bet. Hey, Trampas, good to have you on. Trampas was up there because he's the chair of the Grant County Fair Board. So Trampas was up there, and I know he's got one of these. He wanted this color.
Hey, Daryl sent me a picture today. Not only was he wearing a Guns in the 701 cap, he was wearing a Guns in the 701 T-shirt as well, doing the show today.
He did.
Appreciate that, Daryl.
I went ahead and I hooked him up, and Yeah, so he was actually wearing it up there too, which was great to see.
Attaboy, repping the brand, baby.
Our gear's everywhere. It really is.
All right, Clayton. It's 7:40 already. Should we do
Wow.
a two-way bullet point, or you want to do the double?
I'll tell you what, let's do a double and thank some sponsorships again, and then we'll come back with some 2A bullet points.
Sounds good. Here we go.
At Lauer Auto Repair. They're located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota, or give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can tackle any problem your vehicle is having, and when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with the Pro Second Amendment America First Repair Shop. There's plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but why take the chance of patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake, Lauer Auto is your Pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them you heard they're a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our Pro Second Amendment, Pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308, located at 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Guns and the 701 is sponsored by the Blind Guy of North Dakota. For all your custom window coverings, you can contact them at 701-222-3932. They're freedom-minded, they're patriotic, and they love the Second Amendment. This husband-wife team was born and raised right here in North Dakota and based out of Bismarck. Again, for your Second Amendment company, for all your custom window coverings, the Blind Guy of North Dakota, 701-222-3932, or visit them on the web at blindguynd.com. All right. Thanks again to all of our sponsors and especially to Lauer Auto down there again on 309 South Washington Street. And like I said, with all our podcasters, I always like to give the number out 701-258-6308. And of course, the Blind Guy and Tammy and Wyatt do one heck of a job. And I know, if I understand this right, one of these Wednesdays, we're going to have Wyatt on to talk a little bit of bird dog training.
Absolutely, Clay. In September, we're going to do that, actually. Once we get a little closer to pheasant season, for sure, bird dog hunting, some shotguns and shot collars. And, oh, that's cruel, JD.
Yeah, that's probably another
Take your anger out on Wyatt when we get him on to talk about it.
Oh, my goodness. But
I'm actually going Friday. Hey, I'm going shooting prairie dogs with the Blind Guy and the Blind Gal. So, yep, and Mr. Bill Beard again. I think we got the hooks in him as a dogging man now. So,
same place you went last week.
A little farther to southeast of there, I think.
Closer to
landowner told us. He told us where the land of the honey pot is over there. So we're gonna.
Okay.
I hope so. I'm ready to shoot now. I think I'm all healed up from the Castle thing, and I'm ready to rock. Let's do it, baby.
Good to hear. So, all right, I'm going to shoot out with a 2A bullet point. It's going to be short and sweet, and it's an easy one that I come across and down just south of us in South Dakota. So, when the legislature adjourned from their session, it was nice to see that Governor Kristi Noem, she signed Senate Bill 98. Now, it wasn't a very significant bill, I guess you could say, but it removed a requirement to be re-fingerprinted for renewal of the enhanced permit that South Dakota has for carry. Now, I'm not a big fan of carry permits. It was a stepping stone. I didn't ever think you needed one. Constitutional should be the only way. But both North and South Dakota offer different permits so that you can use them in other states. Is essentially what that's going to be for now, and it allows you as a North Dakota resident to bypass the 4473. So it's a good idea to have that now. But she went ahead and signed that, removes that requirement now. And she didn't waver on it. She just did it right away. And I can tell you, no matter what you think of Kristi Noem, I know Daryl and some of the other guys been.
I think she's awesome.
She's been, they've been beating her up pretty hard on the pipeline thing, complete separate issue of what we're talking about. I can tell you, even when she was in the legislature in the state of South Dakota, when she was in the U.S. House of Representatives and now as governor, she has a perfect record. She has not wavered on the Second Amendment. We can't say the same about Burgum, but I can tell you right now, she is solid when it comes to the Second Amendment. So I can guarantee, at least with her in the seat, we know the Second Amendment's safe in South Dakota. And I'm always glad to say that I'm proud to know that she is a Second Amendment supporter to the core. By the way, she's an NRA member, guys. that horrible organization that don't do nothing.
Yeah,
anymore.
one of the few after a shooting who went down there and actually spoke at the NRA convention. She didn't wimp out like a bunch of people did. Lee Greenwood did. I don't even want to listen to a song anymore.
I know. I wish Trump would dump that song just because of that.
I know, it pissed me off. He pulled like a Doug Berg. I mean, it's just a bad taste to do it right now. Really, like it's the NRA's fault. Anyway, one shot cap. Most liberals need a shock collar. I can tell you this, Cap. That's going to probably come up putting them on them in September when we talk bird dogs with
Wouldn't that be fun? Find a liberal, just put a shock collar on there permanently.
I was gonna use this other bullet point first, but now I'm gonna use this. Since we're talking about shock collars, I'm gonna talk about South Dakota's nest success and spring nest success in South Dakota points to a promising pheasant season ahead. Clayton, what do you think of that?
I like that, but I got to throw this up here.
Mm-hmm.
Lynette she says, Christy Noem any day over Burgum. You're right. I mean,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
And David from 1760s, her come and take it video. If you haven't seen that, go to NRA ILA and watch that. But her come and take it video for the NRA is hot.
That's what I said, man. She's an MVE with us.
Like I said, Second Amendment, she's perfect on the Second Amendment. She truly is.
All right, Clayton. So like I said, spring nest success in South Dakota is pointing for a good pheasant season down there for you guys here. So according to...
Hey, I'm not in South Dakota.
I'm sorry, my bad. That's right. God damn South Dakota cowboy.
Damn South Dakota cowboy.
Long story on that, guys.
Yeah.
He was on Scott Bachmeyer's show. It was pretty funny. I listened to it live. We actually turned the guy around by the end of the show. He called and heated up to Clay, and Clay got him.
I didn't even get too mad at him.
No, he didn't get mad at all. He was, man, there was steam coming out of his ears. Anyway, according to a conversation with this guy's name is Alex Solom, the new senior upland game bird supervisor for South Dakota Game and Fish. I think this guy did a conversation with him on a podcast, that in spite of the harsh weather that socked much of South Dakota during the winter months, there is reason to be optimistic heading into the fall. The winter was certainly a challenge, but we've had such good nesting season that I think our pheasant production is going to be pretty good this year, Solom said in the podcast. The peak of pheasant season typically arrives in the third or fourth week of June, and timely rains during the spring and early summer help set the stage for ideal conditions at that point in time. Soil moisture levels boosted up because of the snow during the winter, and the landscape refreshed with gentle rain showers rather than torrential downpours. Hen pheasants across South Dakota's primary pheasant range were greeted with lush, cool season grasses for nesting, and once hatched, the young pheasants had the cover and insects needed to grow and survive. This likely increased the brood survival rate, according here to Mr. Solom. And as a result, reports coming into his office in Huron include staff seeing pheasant broods with greater numbers of chicks, an indication of a larger year class of pheasants. And he says, again, he's setting up to see a pretty decent fall here. And Clay, if anybody doesn't know this, I hope he's right. I hope he's right about that for South Dakota, and I hope it is up here too. If anybody doesn't know the dates down there, youth pheasant hunting season, ages 12 to 17, they get first crack at South Dakota's pheasants on private and public ground beginning September 30th, ending October 8th. The resident-only season runs October 14th, 15th, and 16th, and a traditional opener October 21st, and I didn't know this, Clay, closes January 31st. Man, you guys get to the end of Clay, your neighbors get to go to the 31st, January 31st, 2024. Daily bag limits, if you're curious, in pheasants, South Dakota, 3 birds a day.
Yep. Yeah, South Dakota has had that out to January for a long time. I believe all upland birds, grouse, all of them.
Okay. Yeah. I was just basically going with pheasants there, grouse.
I can tell you this year, at first, remember we talked a little bit about pheasants and I wasn't seeing a lot. Towards the middle of the summer here, guess what? I started seeing, it was almost like they had a late hatch. And now I'm seeing all kinds of young ones. So that's promising. Hopefully they hang in there because I'm telling you, I haven't hunted pheasants on my own place in years and I won't let anybody else because we just don't have the numbers. We just don't.
Yeah. Well, my mom's out in Shirt Lake listening.
Yeah, I put that up there.
Hey, appreciate it, Mom. I don't know if Uncle Mike's got it up on the big screen, but you should tell him to do that. So
there you go. Hey, Vance, he's in New Orleans.
Wow, man, we're covering the states here, baby.
All right, Advanced Racks Adventure Team. He's down. I bet he's out. He works for a movie theater, a movie production.
Yeah,
company.
wasn't he running a video camera at the Super Bowl? I was like, dang, that's awesome, man.
He hauls equipment all over. The cameras, the big. You got to see some of the cool toys he gets to play with. It's pretty cool.
So you guys, you watch the Super Bowl. If you think it's a bunch of liberals working, you got a hardcore conservative there running the video cameras.
He goes he takes the money. It's good money.
Yeah. I told you the beginning of the show, man.
So Eric's got pheasant hunting here in South Dakota. Should be the best we've had in 8 to 9 years. I've already taken a handful out with the mobile hunting block. I can say the same thing. That's pheasants are up because I've hit a lot of birds with the vehicle. They fly. I guess they do kamikaze stunts here lately. It seems like.
Our future guest, Clay, our pheasant expert, said the pheasants at his place are just starting to get some color to them.
Good deal. I'm looking forward to it this year. Hopefully I can get up there and maybe go out with you guys because I want to take the camera. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to try my hand.
Remind me after the show. I got some information for you about something I saw today. Cool. But anyway, all right, Clay.
And then Eric's got just pheasants. Just pheasant end. Okay, just the pheasants end in January. All others.
Okay.
Beginning of January. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that they went all the way through. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
You still get to hunt longer than we do.
Yeah. All right, Clay. Hit your second 2A bullet point, and I got one after that. And
I've never been a fan of Bass Pro Shops. I'll just put that out there right away because of their stupid policies and some of the things they do. Well, this happened. It's been a little bit ago, but I've had this one kind of as a 2A. It's relevant no matter when we get it. So this is a Bass Pro Shop from Tampa, Florida, and I did do some checking. And yeah, this is Bass Pro's freaking policy. A guy by the name of Cecil Trimble. He's 35 years old. He went to a Bass Pro Shop. Basically took his fishing reel in there to kind of have it looked over, have some new line put into it. Just having it basically maintenance done to it.
Yep.
So he went over to the gun department. That never happens, does it? I was kind of over there while we're waiting.
Only with beta males.
Yeah. Now they probably don't like guns anyway. So anyway, he was looking at the SIG P365. Now, if I remember, the SIG 365, isn't that on your list from the gun list here?
We did a video on that. Me and Jay Diggity up at the Breck Ranch there and in Golden Valley. You bet. The 3-minute video, did a good review on it. Super accurate. Buddy Eric let me use it. Yeah, I highly recommend
this guy thought the same thing. He liked it, so he's like, I'm going to go take a look at it. Just reading the article here. And they had one there in a 9mm for $800. And he said, not even an issue. Didn't hesitate, wanted to get it. Told the guy behind the counter, they did the 4473, give his Florida concealed weapons and firearms license, which just like North Dakota, if he's got the one, it exempts him from having to fill it out completely and do the waiting period. He purchased he's purchased numerous firearms from Bass Pro Shops in the past, so he expected to walk out of the store with it. Well, what do you think happened? He the clerk came over and said that the ATF has approved you. So he passed the 4473 NICS. Guys, if you don't know what NICS is, it's the National Instant Background Check System. He passed the system. He passed everything. ATF said, yep, proceed. But we, Bass Pro, are denying the purchase. And he goes, well, what's the problem with that? He's like, he says, I couldn't understand what was happening. And the salesperson said, well, Trimble's brother-in-law had tried to buy a firearm at the store a month before, but was denied on the 44 self-denial, whatever that is, on a 4473, most likely because he misread a question. What he ended up finding out on the whole thing is that his brother had actually basically been staying with him. So his address was the same as Trimble's, right? And they have a policy, Bass Pro's policy is to not sell any firearm to anyone living at the same address as someone with that address that had been denied previously. Trimble said he hasn't even lived here for 3 or 4 years. He was staying with us briefly, so he had he had an address there. And it's like a straw purchase. We get that, right? We know what a straw purchase is, but this has nothing to do with that. So he got the firearms manager, and that guy said he agreed with me, but could not get the general manager of compliance on the phone to talk it out. As it stands now, I or anyone that has lived at my address now cannot buy firearms because of a Bass Pro policy, even though I have passed all ATF regulations and proceedings. This is the problem with big box stores, and this leads, and I'm going to wrap it up because it's 2A bullet point. We've had over 500% increase of FFL, basically the FFL is being pulled, either voluntarily or by force from ATF. They're getting rid of FFLs.
Yep.
They're trying to make it so tough that they're going to force you to go to big box stores. Well, guess what? Big box stores have stupid policies. Walmart does too, guys. Don't buy guns at Walmart. Tell them. I wish they'd freaking have to.
Oh, they video anyways too.
Bloomberg wanted them to. I'm not going to ever buy one there. I haven't bought one there for years. This is the problem with big box stores because they don't believe in freedom. They're going to do exactly what they're told to do. And they don't really care about what the regs say, except when they are in their favor and they get paid for it. Law says you have to do a NICS system or have an equivalency and on to the 4470. It's that simple, and then you're good. Nope, they're going above and beyond. And I bet they don't go above and beyond on anything else. But on guns, they're going to. So anyway, I don't like Bass Pro, never have. That's why I got rid of my Cabela's card when they merged with Cabela's, and I do my best not to do any business with them.
They're teetering on the edge of commie company there, Clay.
They are, aren't they? Yes, they are.
Oh,
they're getting there.
Oh, Scott Odegaard here. He said he told my mom to get my Aunt Gina to watch the show and get some education out there in Shirt Lake. We're doing a great show here. Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate you, buddy. That's awesome. Thank you.
Lynette,
hopefully she is. She's probably cringing watching us. So.
Lynette says, piss on him. Go somewhere else. That's right. Go somewhere else, like to David Fetting at 1760 Sports.
Absolutely.
He'll get you set right up. And he is a true blue patriot. And that's why I do business with guys like David or any smaller company. I'm not gonna do it if I don't have to. Any big store. Nothing against Shields. I know like John when he was on, Shields is a big sponsor of their show, and it's great to hear. But I'm not gonna shop there. And basically, I do not want to do business with any big box store anymore unless I'm forced to.
Yeah. Yep. So and Jay, Dave's got a lot of stuff up there. He's actually Clay. He's got our name on his banner there that he had made at Signs and Wonders, right? Where we got ours made right back here. And so Dave, Clay and I got something for you. You put that on there. So it's not just say we're sponsoring you. We're going to sponsor you with something. So we'll have to get a hold of you. But, Dave's got a lot of stuff. If you're looking for something, get up there. 17. He's on Facebook. You can get on there. If you don't want to do that, get a hold of me and I'll give you his number. So.
Yeah, and me too. I've got his number as well, and he'd be more than happy to help you guys out, find what you need. And news flash here, well, we're about done with our Farm Bureau raffle. If you want any, guys, we're down to like our last 125 tickets. We had a good weekend. So if you need any of those, get in touch with us because I expect by our annual meeting on the 16th, we will be pretty much close to sold out. So that means we're going to do our guns in the 701 raffle. Stay tuned.
Involves Mr. Dave Fetting in 1760.
Yes, it does. So, by the way, though, it's going to be run out of a South Dakota organization, so that I don't have to go through the commie regs in North Dakota.
Yeah, they're helping us out, man. We're giving them
and not doing nothing illegal. We just don't have to. They don't have to follow them. South
this
Dakota.
Time it's legal, like.
Yeah, and any organization can do it and donate the money to any other place. That's just the way that works, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Clay, I got one more quick one. You might get a kick out of this.
Oh, here, quick.
We better get these comments.
Waylon says he has one book left. So Waylon Turnus has one book left. So he's got 5 tickets left, guys. Like I said, they're getting down there. So if you want one on that great AR-10, get a hold of myself, get a hold of Jamie, and we can put you in touch with someone that has them. I know that you can get them in Bismarck, you can get them from me, and we'll get you a ticket. So, or a book. Buy a book, guys. It's only $100.
Hey, One Rank Ram says owner of Shields donated $500,000 to Bergam.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Ouch.
Yeah, the main man, and I'm not going to bash him. I just don't do business with big box stores. I can tell you when I was an NRA rep, Shields stepped up to the plate and completely underwrote the meal for the Fargo event and gave $1,000
every year too. I think $1,000. So
$1,000 every year at Bismarck, Minot, and Grand Forks when I was the rep. So I mean, they all in all, they were doing between $7,000 and $10,000 a year for our NRA Foundation banquets, and I can't knock them on that. But I just
when I go to the gun department at Shields, they got good dudes working there too.
They do.
All right, Clay. I'm gonna hit my second two-way bullet point. Everybody remembers good old Alec Baldwin right there on the cabinet.
Oh, I know what you got now. I heard the story. Go for it.
Yeah, that from the cast, they're filming that show Rust down there, the old Western down in New Mexico. But he whatever he got previously was charged with involuntary manslaughter, which was later dropped by a special prosecutor who cited information that the firearm might have been modified prior to the shooting or malfunction. Well, Clayton, experts in ballistics and forensic testing released a new report on the Colt 45 revolver used on the movie set and markings left on a spent cartridge. If you heard that, my computer's trying to make me do something. No, I don't want to do that. On a spent cartridge, which found the trigger, Clay, must have either been pulled or depressed during the shooting. I don't know what the difference is there, pulled or depressed, whatever. Alec Baldwin repeatedly denies pulling the trigger. Given the tests, findings, and observations reported here, the trigger had to be pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked or retracted hammer of the evidence revolver. The report, led by Lucian Haig of Forensic Science Services in Arizona, states. This fatal incident, which was the consequence of the hammer being manually retracted, cocked to its fully rearward position, followed at some point by the pull or rearward depression of the trigger. So we got, Forensic Science Services in Arizona is saying Baldwin, which, all right, I'm kind of, so Clay, I don't know. I think I'm kind of in the minority on this because they got the gun wranglers there, right?
Right. Yep.
So in my mind, because everybody's like, you got to check it and make sure the chamber's empty. I'm like, they pay this person damn good money to hand it to the actor so this shit doesn't happen. Yes, as much as I detest Alec Baldwin, he's a leftist scumbag, massive anti-gunner before and after this. I can't really blame the guy. I mean, the gun was supposed to be empty, and people are paid to make damn sure they are empty.
True, and that's true. And a moron like Alec Baldwin isn't going to be like you or me and just check it out and make sure.
I mean, it's habit, right?
But again, when you look at anybody else, if it was anybody but Alec Baldwin that did this and saying they're not on a set, they're not, they're just handling a gun, they're going to be charged with no less than manslaughter. Doesn't matter that it wasn't their fault. That's what the law. Now, you might be able to go to court and prove negligence on the part of the person that possibly handed that firearm to a person. And I'm talking any average Joe. So I guess, does the law apply the same to Alec Baldwin as it does to you or me?
Absolutely not.
I mean, that's what it looks
like. It should. I mean, it's supposed to, but it doesn't.
And there's a problem. So I'm okay with them if they come with manslaughter charges against him. Let him face the same thing you and I. I mean, they're doing it to Trump right now. They say he's not above the law. No, I don't think he broke any, but they're treating him worse than anybody else. But when you look at stuff like this, does it apply or doesn't it? Well, I think they're giving him way too much leeway, from this, and anybody else would be charged with manslaughter. Just like if you hit someone in a car and you kill them. An accident, right? Guess what? You're going to probably see manslaughter charges at minimum.
So I seen. We'll see what happens. If we hear anything, we'll keep you up to date. But yes. Did you see Dan Brown's comment here?
Oh no, I kind of was.
I think he's sniffing around for some sponsorship.
Well,
we might have to hook you up, Dan.
There we go. He says, I'm going to be representing Guns of the 701 in Roundup, Montana. By the way, I've been to Roundup. That's way the hell up in there. But anyway, shooting in the USPSA match. Be wearing your gear. We appreciate that, Dan.
That's awesome, Dan.
Dan was sporting his gear on Saturday up in Carson as well.
Dan reps the gear hard for us, man. That's awesome, so. Dan. I appreciate
see
that.
What we can do. Maybe
we're going to get you
shooting shirt.
We might have to get you a Texas Roadhouse thing or something, man. I don't know. We got to figure something out for Dan. Yeah, we'll chat. Because Dan definitely reps the brand. He's awesome. I love it.
Doug Wolf. What an accent. How does he have a podcast after shooting 2 people, killing one of them? Because Dems are allowed one murder.
Must be.
Again, Democrats, when they lose, they change the rules.
Yeah.
So it doesn't apply to them.
This podcast sucks.
Eric
Anyways, we got the
Newman.
best one on iHeart.
That's right. Anti-gun people should not be able to use a gun in any way to make money. Stupid hypocrites.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Sylvester Stallone. I mean, let's just heck that new one with Tim McGraw, that spin-off of Yellowstone. Kevin Costner himself, he's a commie.
Yeah, 1883, which good show, but every time I see McGraw in there, I'm just like,
yeah.
You know, and he's always saving his bacon with the gun or having somebody use it.
But Jamie, good gun safety tells you to check it. Well, true. I mean, although an idiot like him isn't even going to know how to check it.
Like I said, though, they're paying somebody to do it. If you're going to check your own gun, then why pay somebody to do it?
You know what? I got to point this out. So the debates just are opening up, from what I understand.
Bergen's on there, huh? Okay.
And we haven't dropped viewers. Our viewers have actually stayed the same. So I'm happy about that. I think we even increased by one.
Hey, Scotty, did he come jogging out there like Biden did down them stairs in Georgia?
Yeah. So maybe that's Bergam. That's his new nickname, Achilles heel.
I see. I was starting to get a message from the blind guy here where it ended. It said, "Just you guys need maybe." I don't know. Maybe he needed something.
Oh, okay. Brian says Dan usually wins too. Well, there we'd be sponsoring a winner. We like that.
That doesn't surprise me. Dan's a hell of a pistol.
Dan's
arrow.
a really good shot. He really is.
I was quite impressed.
And David Fetting, range is busy in Glendive, Montana. I got to go back up to one of Dave's comments here that he pointed out in Cabela's, and I did not know this. He says the Cabela's in Lacey, Washington. The gun staff will not talk to you until you fill out a personal info sheet, not the 4473. So they have their own sheet.
Wow.
And I kind of wonder if Washington itself has this policy. We might have to check that out because it wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a commie state, so that doesn't surprise me either.
Right.
Lynette K, the heck with Fox. Watch Trump on Rumble. Speaking of that, I have to put this up now, being she mentioned that. Here it is, and that'll be coming on. There he is with Tucker. That's from the video itself. I grabbed that little picture.
There you go.
Was watching that a little bit earlier. So,
well, I got the rest of the text here, Clay. It's a pretty good one. You want to hear it?
Yep, I do. I want to hear it.
So the blind guy said, "You guys need more sponsors so I can make a drink and not miss anything." I couldn't agree with you more.
That's right.
Clay, we do have to hit on that. Clay, we got it rewritten.
Email us at guns@gunsandthe701.com and we will hook you up.
I was actually thinking about that, sending some more stuff out and talking, which we're going to have to do, because I agree, not just because so why I can make a drink, but because
by the way,
it's going to help
Jamie,
us.
I talked to a guy this weekend. We may be picking up another one, probably in that 150 range sponsorship that we have, or 200. I don't even remember which one. I think it's 150. So
250, 150, and 75.
There you go. See, he's got it memorized. So he's the guy you talk to.
Yeah, I do.
I'm the technical guy. He takes care of sponsors.
Yeah. All right, Clay. So this week you're doing Clay's Patriotic Company, right?
Well, actually, I ended up with a commie one. I think, if I remember right.
Hey, Dan, I don't care what class you in, man. If it's a super senior class, that's still awesome, buddy.
I screwed up and I did a commie one again. So
man, commies are living free in your head, Clay.
They are rent free, but let's hammer them anyway. So go for it. Let's run it.
All right, here. Hold. I'm not okay. Here we go. You ready?
I can do it. Go ahead.
Got it.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, that's
seconds.
All right, we can go with that. All right, so it's not necessarily a company, but they operate like one. And lo and behold, guess what it is? It is the DNC, which I call the Democrat National Communists. I've got for the guys there on the podcast. Go check it out. I've got a picture of the Democrat donkey. It's got the brand of the hammer and sickle right on its hip there now. This commie company of the week. And that's what I call the DNC. They are the Democrat.
Almost looks
National
like that little gong Axe has on the range there at Rock Range.
Kind of does, don't it?
That you pasted with the 44,
I'm going to
45
get some yellow paint.
there.
We're going to put a hammer and sickle on its hip up there on the back hip.
Stencil.
That's going to happen, man.
Yeah, it is. I like that idea.
Come on, man. Anyway, I picked them because it's so easy. I mean, let's face it, the Democrat Party has in their own platform and their own structure complete anti-gun stuff. They call it common sense gun control, but it's not. It's red flag laws. It's banning of assault weapons. Heck, they want a 28th Amendment. Gavin Newsom was out there touting for the 28th Amendment, which essentially would, it would completely destroy the Second Amendment and make it null. Now that guy has actually pulled back on that. Well, because he knows that there's no support for it and he can't get it passed. And you need 3/4. Actually, 3/4 have to ratify that of the state legislatures. I thought it was always 2/3. So I got corrected on that, which is great to know. I was wrong on that, and it is 3/4. That's even better.
Okay, I always thought it was 2/3 as well. That's good info.
Yep. So it's 3/4. I actually learned that from Gary Emmett the other day listening to the program.
Yeah.
He was filling in for Daryl.
Yeah, he did a good job. If Gary does
did.
by chance listen, I enjoyed it. It was good.
So the Democrat Party is my commie company of the week. Like I said, they function as a company. They function and funnel money as a company.
Oh,
Their members like Hunter and Biden, they like to have shadow companies and extort money and yield power like commie companies. So that the Democrat Party has earned that, especially on the Second Amendment. If you ever look at gun legislation, where's it coming from? Coming from a Democrat somewhere.
I mean, it's way worse than you just said earlier, Clay. If you go on their website, it's
go read it. It's a tough read. Go read their party platform. I mean, it is the who's who of gun control ideology.
And there's not a commie that disagree with anything they have in there, Clay.
There's not. I mean, what a communist regime does is what's the first thing they try to do? Disarm its populace. And that's what Biden. I don't think Biden's running anything. If you saw him in Maui, that guy ain't running nothing.
Leave him up there, man. He makes that party. That's the kind of people they support. Leave him up there.
Oh yeah, and whoever is running the shadows behind him, those people definitely are communists.
You know who's running it? Come on, Peterson.
I mean, more than him.
I was in there for 2 terms.
Soros probably is in the background. Klaus. I think there's a group of them, and they're all commies. Every one of them. So the Democrat Party proudly earns the commie company of the week, labeled by me.
Absolutely. Great commie company.
I promise to do a patriotic company next week.
All right, remind me next week when I do the cue. But I do like that. That was a good one, Clay. I enjoyed the heck out of that.
Well, I did that because the debates are coming up tonight, and I thought, let's go full bore with this crap.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Clay. Now we're gonna go from commie company to something in a commie country where you can't own guns. This kind of thing I'm gonna talk about doesn't happen. And by the way, Clayton, DNC, you know something?
Nasty person.
They are.
That's
yes,
right.
They are.
Not only a nasty person, you're a nasty organization.
Yes,
all right, Clay. So this week's happy ending coming to us here, Tucson, Arizona, Pima County. So this woman saw what was happening. Why am I getting ahead of myself? Okay, my bad. Pima County Sheriff Department said 54-year-old woman was home alone when 42-year-old Jason Magram tried to break into her home. I'm guessing not in relation to Jeff.
Probably not.
The woman saw what was happening and started yelling for Magram to leave, but he continued to gain access to the home. The woman armed herself with a handgun and fired a shot out the window to attempt to scare the male away. Magram then reached into the home and toward the woman and tried to take the gun away. That's a good thing right there. Don't fire any damn warning shots.
That's right. Just
right?
Get it done.
Yeah, get it done. Yeah, go to work on it. And tried to scare him away. Magram then, take the gun away. She then opened fire on Magram, ultimately striking him. The sheriff's office said he then moved toward the driveway where he collapsed, and the happy ending happened, Clayton. He died. He died. That's right. The woman was not hurt during the altercation. According to the Sheriff's Department website, Magram was, oh boy, Clayton, he was a registered sex offender in Utah. So what did Mr. Magram have on his mind?
Imagine that, right?
Ooh, the department has not arrested anyone in the shooting, as they should not. She should probably get a medal for doing the society a favor for getting rid of a sex offender piece of crap.
Yeah, we will toast our happy ending.
Yeah.
He assumed room temperature. We're better off without him.
Yes, he did. That's great. I love it. I love happy endings like that. It brings a smile. We should actually maybe incorporate some. I was going to do a happy ending on Jay's show, but Clay wasn't on. If you didn't catch Monday's show, you can go back on our Facebook page. I have the link there. But Clay was doing a cattle roundup, and thank you. It was just Jay and I for 30 minutes, and most of it was the top selling guns of July. You heard Clay and I do that before, but I plan on doing a happy ending there because I can get a happy ending easily 3 times a week.
And Jay,
wait a minute, we still talking about gun happy ending?
I mean,
that came out all sideways there.
Whatever you do behind closed doors, Jay, man.
Oh man. Okay. Anyways, we never got to it there. I could do it on every show, but we might have to do that on Todd's show at some point and Jay's because they're all over, and I like reading those.
I do got to put one thing.
Who doesn't like happy endings?
Well, yeah, happy endings. Marty sent me this, guys. There you go. Stop the murder. Guns in a 701. He's got a porcupine on top of his head.
That's outlaw Josie Quills he has there, I do believe.
I gotta love that. And there's this one. Man. This one. Yeah, I don't know if you made that one.
Yeah, I did make that clip.
Got a little Biden up there. It says, my administration is for more gun laws and tougher sentences, except for Hunter.
And then on the other side of his mouth, talking out of both sides, except for Hunter, yeah.
And that's exactly what he's like. Now, I'm going to put this up here too, because I want to quickly go on this. I don't know if you knew it, everybody, and I didn't know this till I was listening to you on the replay
in the crosshairs. Yep.
In the crosshairs.
KFYRplus.com.
That it's National Shooting Sports Month, and this is just a quick way, 10 ways to enjoy it. Number 1, take the +1 pledge. And I imagine what that means is take someone with you, take them to the range.
You bet. That's exactly what it means, Clayton.
Participate in the range challenge. Make a date for the range.
I'll tell you what the range challenge is, Clay. It's all you get a target and you take it into the range and you shoot it, and then you send it to them on Facebook or on their website, and then I've seen tons of pictures they post of people shooting. I think they actually have a target on their website you can download and take that to the range with you.
Hey, Chavez, thanks for the text. Thanks for listening too. Evidently, you're not. I
love it when you get that from your buddies, right?
Yeah, it's like, I watch the show. Sure, you do.
Yeah. Anyway, it says right here, not really.
Make a date for the range. I like that one, but I bet it's. I bet they're just pick a date and go. But hell, I think take your date to the range. Have some fun. If she won't go with you, ditch her, man. Get someone new.
Right. Yeah, it ain't gonna work out for you.
Rediscover shooting. And you know what? And that could apply to any of us, Jamie. We do probably more than the average bear.
Oh, way more.
It's never enough. I can tell you right now, I did my fair share of shooting, but till we started this show, I didn't do it. I do way more now, and I'm glad we do. That should be something we all do.
Man, shooting's fun. I love shooting.
And I got the boys that are doing it, so I do a lot more just because they like to shoot too.
Hey, there you go, Marty. Great show. I'm heading out coon hunting, my own happy ending. That's awesome, buddy. Appreciate you, Marty. We're gonna have Marty on again at some point too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a great show.
I'd say good luck, but I'm quite certain Marty, he doesn't need luck when he's coon hunting. That man's got enough skills to do that. I'm sure he'll be successful.
Keith O'Donnell, my way. I enjoyed shooting sports months with cleaning 22 M4 and 12 9mm.
Man, Keith, you do like cleaning gun. 12 of them. That's yeah. A lot of people find that relaxing, Clay. I don't
mind. You know what?
I find shooting guns relaxing.
I love shooting them. I do like to keep them clean. But but refresh your knowledge on range safety and etiquette. Always good to do. That's pretty self-explanatory. Share and discover. Let's go shooting. I see that's a hashtag. Let's go shooting. So that must be another kind of social media thing. Yep, hashtag. There you go, Jamie. Just like that. Cash in on deals. Well, that could mean anything.
They got some deals. I'm sorry my mind didn't retain it when I seen it, but yeah, they do have some deals on stuff. So and hey, deals are this month. Prices are going down on ammo and guns, so get after it.
Yeah, absolutely. Tune up for hunting season. That's always good anyway. I can tell you, if I don't get over to the actual trap range, I got my own thrower here, and I set it up, and we start launching some clay pigeons out there. Or if you want to really get tuned up and then shoot a lot of freedom lead seeds in the air, go ahead and go dove hunting. You'll be humbled.
You said lead for a purpose. I know you're trying to tweak people, Clay.
Yeah, I was. You caught that, didn't you?
Yeah, I love it. I agree 100% with Clayton there.
But yeah, get out there and get behind your rifle. Get behind your shotgun. Do some shooting. Just have some fun. Get tuned up for them hunting seasons.
Yeah, don't be so serious when you go to the range, man. You can have some fun with it.
You can have fun, yeah.
I'm going to shoot some big grooves today and get them.
I mean, we knock out Heels High and Blue Donkeys. We have a lot of fun there.
Yeah, we do.
Practice safe firearm handling and storage. Absolutely, that should be. You should always handle.
I was going to say, I recommend not doing that every month.
And then celebrate freedom and tradition. Absolutely.
Oh, that's some MVE stuff.
Heck yeah, I'm a fellow envies. So anyway, that's the 10 ways to enjoy National Shooting Sports Month, and we should have probably talked a little bit more about that.
I'm gonna go real quick, Clay. I know we bang on Doug Burgum, but I'm gonna read his Shooting Sports Month proclamation here from August 20, because only like 20 governors actually signed one of these things, you guys. So.
Quickly. Yep. Keith says it was for drill, mandatory fun. All right.
And I did see, which I agree with, Axel said we need a happy ending shirt, and I got an idea for that.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, Doug, if you got an idea, I know Clay does. Let's get something together and actually make those happy ending shirt, Guns in the 701.
And Doug, you still got to get with me so I can finish your website.
Yeah, what about Wyatt? Did he ever get with you on those super secret shirts?
He hasn't yet. We need to do that because I think that's a great idea.
I'm gonna have to make him call you when we're going down to the prairie dog shoot.
There you go. Do it.
Anyways, Clayton, I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we'll do our little promotion stuff here that we usually do at the end. State of North Dakota proclamation, Shooting Sports Month, August 2023. This was signed by Governor Doug Burgum and Secretary of State Michael Howe. Whereas hunting, firearms, and the shooting sports are part of the history, tradition, and culture of North Dakota, and whereas increasing access to education and shooting sports provides opportunity to safely learn to shoot and to responsibly increase public participation in shooting sports and hunting, and whereas North Dakota Game and Fish is not only responsible for the sound management and conservation of wildlife, but also teaches principles of ethical hunting, firearm safety, and responsible firearms use. Whereas hundreds of thousands of North Dakota residents, young and old, participate in hunting and shooting sports every year. Whereas hunting and shooting sports contribute, this is awesome right here. Hunting and shooting sports contribute almost $100 million to the North Dakota economy in 2022. And sportsmen and women and recreationalist dollars from license fees, a tax on sporting arms, Pittman, Robertson, Clay, ammunition, archery equipment, and handguns appropriated to North Dakota resulted in over $14 million in funding for wildlife conservation, habitat, and hunter education in North Dakota in 2022. I guarantee you liberals didn't contribute a centillion of that to North Dakota for any of that stuff.
That's right.
And last but not least, in August 2023, organizations, businesses, and others will come together to recognize National Shooting Sports Month and spotlight shooting sports activities enjoyed by millions of Americans. Now, therefore, as governor of this great state of North Dakota, I do hereby proclaim August 2023 Shooting Sports Month in the state of North Dakota. Perfect. And I give him kudos for that. That was great. I like that. I'm sorry, Game and Fish, if I cackled a little bit there about you guys, but, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, Pittman Robinson is a big thing, and we've covered that a couple times on our show. And,
right, it's billions. It's like $4 billion or something.
And it's all given by us, the hunters, and the Game and Fish departments get it. I've never thought that was a good idea. I think we ought to change that format. But, nonetheless, Game and Fish has never donated as much as as the hunters themselves to what they do. So they shouldn't squander it. They should respect it because it is our money.
Well, and as Clay said before, they didn't even want any NRA money coming.
None. And I tried to work with them several times. Jeb is not him and I are never going to go down and have coffee together. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, and like I said before, I know I've known Jeb, but it's not like we go out and drink all the time. But on one occasion when I do see him, I get along with him pretty good actually. But I mean, obviously, I disagree on him with some stuff. But I don't know. he said he'd come on with me sometime, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I pissed him off not to. I guess.
Hey, more power to you. Like I said, him and I are never going to get
I'm
along.
not trying to. I'd rather get along with him, but whatever.
I'd rather. Well, we won't go there. But anyway.
All right, Clay. Let's do what we're going to be Friday.
Yeah, Friday, of course. I think Todd's back. So KFR
Yes, sir.
5:50 a.m. Going to be 7:40 in the morning Mountain Time, 8:40 in the morning Central Time with Mitchell in the morning. And you want to tune in. It's been a couple weeks since we've had Todd with. It's usually a good time. And you know what? And I'm going to throw the number out there, guys. 701-258-0550. If you guys want us on in the morning, go ahead and let him know that. That's how that happens. We got the best iHeart podcast on there right now with 550. It really does. It gets a lot of hits, so we're glad to see that. But yeah, Mitchell in the morning, and they've been talking about going to some kind of an hour show with us, and we'd be up for that once a week. Though I'm not interested in an everyday one. I'm just not.
Oh, Clay, actually, what you're gonna want to do instead of just calling there, this is Todd's cell number. Todd Mitchell's cell number 701-226-8503. Once again, 701-226-8503. Send Todd a text. Anytime you want. Todd's up all the time.
There it is, right there, guys.
Yeah,
I got it. I got it up there.
And tell Todd. Well, ask Todd. Don't tell him. Todd doesn't take to getting pushed around lately. Ask Todd if he's thinking about getting Guns in the 701 on for an hour, and you'd appreciate that because you enjoy our show.
Absolutely.
And spread the word. If you know anybody who likes listening to us on K-Fire on Fridays, give them that number. And it doesn't have to be long. Just say, hey, Guns in 701 needs a longer show, something like that effect.
Yep. And we'd be more than happy to do it. We've been talking for a while.
Todd himself said he wants us to be on longer.
So I guess to me, if it's something you want to hear, let him know. It probably it might actually happen then.
Yeah,
I'm good either way, but I do an hour, but I do not want to do anything.
And my guess is, Clay, if we did an hour, you could do it there. I could be here, and it'd be just like this, except we'd have Todd's face on here as well. I can tell you, if you've never done anything like this, if you got three people, and you can see you can see everybody's face, that makes it way easier to not talk over each other. Absolutely. And we got it down pretty good now, you and I and Todd, where we don't. I mean, when we first started, it was like, oh,
yeah. We've got that pretty good now.
Yeah, but and that'd be great going live and then having us on like this. I think that'd be awesome actually. And trust me, Clay and I could do. Obviously, we're an hour and a half here, and we're probably cutting our stuff short what we're talking about, because when you're passionate about something and you care about it, it's easy to talk about it, and it's.
Absolutely.
And Todd and Todd's for sure 100% pro 2A. Clay, he maybe not into it like you and me, but he's definitely 100% supporter of it, and he enjoys having us on.
And before it gets cold, we got to get a date set for the Jay Dillon versus Todd Mitchell on Range Day. So
baby,
that's going to happen.
Let's make it when it's cold, even in October. We'll make it interesting on these.
There boys. You go.
They're both saying Oedis is going to whip the other guy's ass in it. So
put a little element in there of weather.
Yeah. So, anyways. Every Friday, like Clay said, 7:40 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:40 a.m. Central Time. Mitchell in the morning, KFYR 550 and iHeartRadio. And if you miss that, we got Clay simulcast it, and Todd has a. All right, see you, Brian. Thanks, buddy. He's going to go catch a debate. Don't blame me.
Go watch the Trump interview on Twitter instead.
And every Monday, like I said, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, in the crosshairs with Jay Dillon on KFYRplus.com. Clay and I are on there for 30 minutes. We usually cover 4 topics with Jay.
Yeah.
And hey, Jay loves having us on too. It's a lot of people watch that on KFYR Plus. If you don't know what that is, it's KFYR Plus. It's their new live streaming thing they got going on all day. So even when Clay and I are on, check it out.
That's turning into a pretty popular deal from what the numbers, what JR and them have been telling us. So I'm glad to hear that people are watching.
Even what Todd's told us. I haven't asked him in a while, but when we're on there, a lot of people are downloading that Guns in the 701 on Friday. So.
And I was going to mention, so last Friday I was on, and I wasn't home. I was up in Carson. We were doing the county fair up there. I will go grab that from iHeart and get that so I can get it on our website. But yes, there's a little incident about a county sheriff up there that I think all of you need to hear if you didn't hear it. Evidently, a lot of you did. because my phone blew up. And for those of you that were wondering, yes, from what I understand, Mr. Terry got word and maybe was even listening that day. But yes, I did trash him pretty good, and he earned it, so he can kiss my ass.
Well, I think most people are listening, Clay. They're on KFire, and then the best podcasters on iHeart are on. They want to check it out, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. I love it.
All right. Well, I guess that probably wraps it up. So and don't forget to check out the website, www.gunsinthe701.com. All redesigned. I do love the new design on there. Didn't take
You
us
got to
that
show
long,
me how to
honestly.
upload stuff on there because we got to start
I
getting the
will.
shorts up. Because the last week and a half I've been uploading some shorts on YouTube. It's been killing. Actually, we got like 250 more subscribers. And
I think what I'm going to have to do, Jamie, is I'm going to have to come up there and sit down with you and have you do it.
Yeah.
It's not harder. It's just a complete different way than what we were doing on the old one.
Yeah, like I said, I'm usually an iPhone guy, so we're gonna have to try and figure it out on there.
Well, the best thing you do when you start with an iPhone is you set it on the ground and you take a hammer and then you hit it. Anyway, no, I'm pretty sure we can figure it out.
Oh,
and then we do have the store on there. So if you're looking for hats or shirts or anything like that,
decals, koozies,
go grab it.
Yeah, I got a text.
I mean,
I got a snap yesterday from one of my buddies. He was grilling his wife for birthday steak, and he had his koozie, and he said he was grilling her birthday supper, and he said his favorite koozie. Mine too.
great.
Perfect.
Perfect.
You got the skinnies. They're only in red and black too. If you drink the whatever, the ultras or whatever,
and you should give a plug to who made those for us.
Yeah, North Country Designs. Waylon Turnus' wife does a damn good job. Quick turnaround time on that. Look her up on Facebook. North Country Designs. She not only does she do koozies, she does shirts, she does tumblers, pretty much anything you want to put your label on for your sports team or whatever, your caps, and yeah, she does an awesome job. Kim's awesome.
So Jay Titan, he says, "What's up? I'm watching the GOP debate. Please save us, Donald Trump." And I think there's a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I was actually just to my left, my TV before I was getting ready here, Clay. I was, I think it was going good. I got a lot to watch yet, but
see, Trump's for us too. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
that's fine. There you go.
There you go. See, probably pointing right up there. He's all for it. Save us all.
Vivek Ramaswamy is on with Coleon Noir on YouTube. Check that out. It just dropped like a couple days ago. Actually, it was a good interview talking about freedom and how they're always trying to, bait these two guys into racial stuff. But I mean, it's basically centered around the Second Amendment because that's what Noir is. But you bet, Clay, hit that too right there.
Yeah, one more thing before we leave, guys. It's the very first Dakota Territory Gun Collectors Gun Show in Mobridge, South Dakota, September 9th through the 10th. Get a hold of Gene Cox, 605-848-2427. Again, 605-848-2427. Or if you guys can't remember that, email us at gunsinthe701.com and we can send you the information. Again, September 9th through the 10th, Mobridge Gun Show, sponsored by Dakota Territory Gun Collectors. It's our first one, so go check it out. And there's going to be Guns in the 701 banner hanging up there. I know that.
You bet. And Gene was actually on with Dakota Prairie Outdoors, Scott Bachmeyer, Saturday morning. He had some information on there. You can go on YouTube and check that out. Watch a replay. And somebody called in the show. You might recognize their voice too. You can check that out.
Nah, you don't have
some opinionated big mouth. I don't know.
All right, and again, I'm going to do one more plug here. If you want to get some of these tickets, guys, for the Grant Sioux County Farm Bureau raffle, it's a Noreen AR-10. These are made in Belgrade, Montana, USA. Chambered in a 30-06. We had some customization doing, hunting rifle done by A&A Engraving out of Rapid City, including a Cerakote. It's not blued. We stripped it all down, put a black Cerakote on it. The drawing will be held either Sunday, December 31st, or when the tickets are sold out. Limit of 500 tickets. 5 tickets to a book, $20 each. And if you do fail to pass the background check, and we do have that on every ticket, you do forfeit your prize, because I can tell you right now, I got actually asked about that this weekend, so I'm going to address it quick. Like, guy was kind of upset. I go, well, have you ever failed a background check? No. I said, that's just what I'm talking about. You know if you're going to be denied, generally.
Oh, yeah.
So don't buy a ticket. It's that simple. I had the same policy at the banquets, and it's the same policy here. We can't sit there and run around. 1760 Sports, David Fetting, he will handle the transfer on that firearm, and you'll have to make arrangements with him if you win. But if you want some tickets, Brian's got some up there yet. Jamie's got some, I think. Of course, I got plenty. We can get them to Bismarck real easy. So we make it pretty easy for you. Just get in touch with us, and we will set you up. I gotta go through my things after the weekend, but I think we're down to like 125 tickets out of 500. So we sold a lot of tickets this weekend.
Awesome.
So pretty happy.
Awesome.
All right. I don't have anything else, Jamie.
Me either, Clay. Tell you what, let's shut her down. What?
Your dad should sell his yearlings. I watched those yearlings go through today that we rounded up. 2,000 head with Jerry Kling's ranch. Had a great time bringing those in.
Okay.
They averaged, I'm betting they averaged in that $2,300 a head.
Oh, all right. So if anybody's listening up in Mercer County, and there's a lot of people that know my dad, tell my dad that, because
because some of them are around that.
I'll probably talk to him tomorrow, but good night, Jay Titan. You have a good night too, brother. Yeah, tell my dad that up there. As I told him, it just keeps going up.
I'm telling you, man, that was outstanding. Even some of the lighter end ones,
big man, they're big.
They did well.
Big.
Yeah.
So
he had some 1,000+ pounders. A lot of them were in that 960. But yeah, it was a great sale. He did a heck of a job with them, and 2,000 head went to town. And I'm pretty sure, if I just kind of did it in my head, about $2,300 average. That's good, guys. If we could do that all the time, we'd all be happy.
Yeah, no doubt. That's great.
So if you got yearlings, go sell. Get them consigned.
I'm gonna call them tomorrow. If nobody tells them, if they did, even I'm gonna call them tomorrow and say,
no.
No.
And that
Get
was
them
out
out of your hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might as well get them. Get your
I
money.
reckon my goddamn gun range, anyways. Every time I go up there, all my steel's knocked off.
All right,
Clay.
Well,
I'll talk to you after the show here, my friend.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to go check out them debates and maybe give us a recap, because I already made my decision, so I didn't see the point. I'm like,
we had some good retention tonight too. Everybody, thanks for hanging in there.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Love you. Thanks a lot.
I am going to go watch the video though with Tucker. I'd like to see what him and Trump talked about. That'll be interesting. But So until that, I guess we'll see you guys Friday morning. Mitchell in the morning, 7:40 a.m. Mountain, 8:40 a.m. Central. He'll be on with Todd, Mitchell, me and Jamie, having some fun. Again, don't forget about Lauer Auto Repair if you need anything done. And until that, guys, what do we always say?
Keep your powder dry.